Hello. Welcome back to my new series where I'm starting as of now. Let's jump right into it. Today, we're talking about a TikTok creator. They're just not as popular as they used to be. We're talking about the rise and fall of the sensation Nicole. If you don't know who they are, let's get right into it. From Simp Queen to forgotten influencer. So, in 2020, one video changed everything for Nicole in a few days. She went from an unknown content creator to the face of simp culture, gaining millions of followers overnight. But just as quickly as she rose to fame, she fell from grace. So what happened? We will break down from her rise, from her controversies, and from her loss of influence. So gather your snacks, gather your goods, and let's get into the juicy story. So who is Nicole? Born Nicole Sanchez in 1977, she was a small-time Twitch streamer before TikTok changed her career. Some viral moments came about on March 2020. From the height of the pandemic, Nicole posted a simple TikTok dance to the Okie Dokie Boomer song while wearing a Bernie Sanders 2020 t-shirt. The video, by the way, gained 6 million views in 4 days on TikTok. It exported it, she re-uploaded it on Twitter at the time, hitting over 30 million views. That's a lot of views in less than a week's time. Okay, so she just is, this person who just simply posted a video lip singing and dancing. Seems, harmless, seems like nothing bad could go wrong. Okay, so we go to the cue of how and why it worked. Let's talk about how it gained popularity, how she gained all of this insight and fame overnight, basically. The cute, soft-spoken aesthetic is a common thing that people use to gain views and gain fame. Does it always work for people? No, but for her, it worked. She gained hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok almost overnight. The irony to this as well, which will be one of her downfalls, was she was supporting leftist movements. So she gained all these followers, she gained everything. She was at her peak. Okay, she was doing everything right at this point. Brand deals and growth. Let's talk about, in this segment, will be called the Simp Queen era. Okay, in this era, we have deals and growth. With unfound fame, Nicole capitalized on it. She joined 100 Thieves at the top gaming organization, premiered with brands like Twitch, Xbox, and HyperX. She started streaming regular on Twitch, pulling in thousands of viewers, but then the boyfriend reveal. Yes, how does this come into play? Let's get into, on July 2020, she let slip that she had a boyfriend. Over 65,000 followers left her on Twitter immediately. Pause. She had a boyfriend? How? Well, you may be asking yourself, well, what's the big deal? So what? A lot of famous TikTokers and stuff get into relationships over time, and everyone has their secrets to hide. This was the first controversial moment that damaged her popularity. Why? I'm not 100% certain. I think the main reason we have here is that she was looked at as this, this cute, quiet, single persona that kind of made brands, and especially her, made her super popular. And I think once, the creepy people on the internet realized that she wasn't an available person anymore, it kind of destroyed a good chunk of her followers. Now, it didn't kill her brand deals yet, but it did, however, destroy that sweet persona for some reason. To me, I don't think that would have been a big deal, considering that most people, again, like I said, have relationships, and a lot of times it's no biggie at all. Now we get into, after we move past the boyfriend controversy of having a relationship, for some reason that was a sticker in the mud for some people, let's get into the $2 million apartment controversy. Again, you're thinking, Josiah, who cares? No one's going to care about an apartment. Here's where it gets interesting. In 2021 of June, she posted a video showing off her $2 million luxury apartment. The internet erupted with backlash. Here's why people were mad though. She had previously advocated for wealth representation. She literally said one time that she goes for the saying, everyone knows it, tax the rich. was now flaunting extreme wealth. Why was that a problem? Again, she was telling people that she believes that there should be equal representation for wealth, and that the fact that she wanted to back up people who didn't always have wealth. So she gained also social media influence on people for trying to help that division, that wall between commonwealth and people just living their day-to-day lives. She now was in this hypocrisy. Her fans now saw her as someone who was in the wealth class that she once was criticizing for not distributing their wealth, to help others. A $2 million luxury apartment is not cheap. That type of thing costs money. And here she is, claimed that, she wasn't rich and, she was a taxpayer just like everyone else, is now paying millions of dollars to live in luxury. And for a lot of people, it kind of showed her character as being dishonest. So it just wasn't looking good for her at this point. She tried to then reach out to her audience again, saying that she wasn't rich and that she pays taxes, guys. She's paying taxes, and that she wasn't being hypocritical because she supports progressive policies. Yet, to some degree or another, showing off your immense wealth is basically almost backstabbing the audience who supported you in the first place. Not saying that having money made her, I would say, distance from that idea, but she didn't seem to show progressive ideas towards what she claimed. And to disclaim as well, people who watch my content and videos, I am not again hating her. I am just sharing an interesting story as well. I believe we all have our downs and falls, and some people just fall a little bit more than others just because of bad choices. We all make choices, by the way. These choices she made was the reason she kind of fell off of social media. So the damage was done. Her audience turned against her. The fallout, loss significant in engagement. While she still have millions of followers, her videos were just getting fewer and fewer views. Twitch viewership dropped. The memes that began, people compared to it as another out-of-touch influencers. So she was now, losing touch with reality, losing touch with what her ideals used to be, and is now clearly significantly impacting what she used to have at one point. So if we look at what she had versus what she doesn't have, she's now, not going as strong as she used to be. So poor Nicole Sanchez, who had it all, is now losing it all slowly. So this is in 2021. We're still going in a little deeper. She's still posting, by the way. She didn't disappear completely. She still has over 400,000 followers on Twitch, occasionally drops TikToks and YouTube videos, but she's no longer a trending topic. Barely talked about in the mainstream anymore. Her career didn't end, but that magic that she had before from her first viral moments is just gone. She's still making money, still streaming, but her influence is just dwindled down. The social media fame, you can say, is almost fleeting from her. So the rise and fall shows the power and danger that internet fame has. Is there a comeback for her future? Maybe, but it would take a major rebrand. The question is, do you think people who abuse power and then wanting to come back in that space to what they used to have, should they be allowed to come back? Should they have that ability? Let's break apart the two segments of her downfall. We now have her story. We have what happened, but let's know why. People want to know why. When you're a simp or a cute figure on social media, you instantly have this kind of one-way connection that people believe emotionally that you are available to have in some way or another. Is that creepy? Yes. Is that right? No. But people do it all the time to cute people that they think are deemed to be simpable. Okay, the boyfriend reveal. Why did that turn people away from having a boyfriend? I know that sounds ridiculous, but in the world of social media, especially when there's a male-dominated game on Twitch and overall, many influencers build a whole platform on a whole prior social relationship with their audience. So how does this not normal relationship work for her in this case? While branding relied heavily on her cute, softened, single persona, she engaged with her audience in a way that felt personal, like she was the gamer girl next door. Many of her male fans saw her and idolized her as an internet crush, whether it was her wholesome energy, her ASMR voice, or the fact that she leaned into the simp culture. So why was the boyfriend reveal so damaging? Well, it shattered the illusion. It shattered that many fans had this one-sided emotional attached to her. So once she mentioned that she had a boyfriend, some felt tricked into supporting her. Simping for nothing mentality. There's a toxic part of the internet culture that a certain fans only support female characters if they think they have a chance with them, even if it's a ridiculous fantasy. So those 65,000 plus Twitter followers that abandoned her in 2 days was because these creepy, gross men online were following her for the wrong reasons. The moment they realized that she wasn't available in that context was the moment that it kind of damaged part of her reputation, which is crazy. The whole idea that these poor women deal with all the time, that these men are degrading them just because of their face value is crazy. But that's what happened to her, though, is she simply fell into this poor trap of being completely and utterly dropped by men who were using her as a way that they thought there was like, please, please. So when she revealed the boyfriend, it instantly, became an issue. Having a boyfriend shouldn't be an issue, but highlighted in an influencer culture, creators' perverted, provocative thinking can heavily impact their engagement. So the reason she was doing so well was, again, her audience was mainly male. Let's real quick recap the $2 million apartment controversy, the tax the rich hypocrite status that we have. The real downfall, what killed her goodwill towards this idea, was again, tax the rich. Why did this spark massive backlash? Well, Nicole had previously built a brand on the leftist side saying tax the rich advocate. She even, endorsed Bernie Sanders, a candidate known for the progressive wealth distributed policies. She retweeted leftist slogans like tax the rich and eat the rich. So her okie dokie boomer viral video had political undertones, which many took as an endorsement to anti-capitalist ideas. These ideologies that, we should break apart the social classes. So why did people call her hypocritical? Well, when she was preaching, wealth redistribution and then flexing extreme wealth, people felt misled. They supported her believing that she was one of them, not part of that 1%. So her defense made things worse. Instead of acknowledging the criticism, she tried to justify her wealth by saying, I'm not rich, I pay taxes. Babes, and so does everybody else. I pay taxes and I don't make millions of dollars or even thousands at that point. So her fans turned against her mainly because they felt the dishonest and the fact that she kind of disassociated from her ideologies and how she got followers to begin with. She kind of distanced herself from her own belief, which kind of then bit her on the butt. So could she have avoided this? Yes, absolutely. If Nicole had handled the boyfriend reveal better, maybe by addressing the simp culture directly and the flaunting of the $2 million apartment video, acknowledging her privilege instead of trying to justify it, she might have had to still be massively popular today. Instead, she is now, a cultural tale of how influence and personas can collapse, her career. I believe that she could have done at least saved part of her career by not trying to justify her wealth. Now, do I agree with the people in her influential life, the people who followed her, those 65,000 people who unfollowed her because of her simple actions of trying to post content? Absolutely not. Let's not even talk about that because that is not fair to her, because that is cruel, because people are sickos. Mainly, the biggest thing I would focus on is the $2 million apartment video, because that backfired a little bit. Obviously, when she had money and a lot of it flowing in, everyone moves to a nicer area. That's easy to disclose without even having to say anything. But flaunting it to an audience who are leftists are a whole nother story. So you have to be careful who your audience truly is when it comes to posting content. Neighbors being loud. Anyway, that's the story of Nicole. If you don't know who she is or you want to look her up, her name's Nicole Sanchez. I'm sure you can find her Other YouTubers have made videos about this before, but I'm now just getting enough information that I'm posting this. I had a commenter one time say, oh, thank you for months for posting, 3-month-old content. Well, not everyone gets to hear it from me. So if you like this, please do like it. I try to put thought into what I make. And again, it's just fun. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one.